Hey ladies and gentlemen, friends and family, welcome back to another episode of Raynday Gaming. My name is Raynday, and it's time for another opportunity to get some free VIP picks. If you guys don't know, in Paladins, you have the opportunity to pick your games in the VIP store. It's right, this next tab here, after all the nice and shiny stuff like this Get Clucked emote, which you guys definitely have to have if you're Pit fans. And then basically you have the opportunity to watch our esports on Saturday and Sunday, 3 p.m. Eastern Time on facebook.com/paladinsgame/live. And get some extra VIP points per pick that you get correctly. So reward is 100 for a correct pick, but if you're a VIP member, 200 points per win. You can get up to 1,600 points per weekend. So it's a great way to get some extra VIP picks in terms of your quests and all that stuff. Just get some more points so you can grab these skins and emotes and all that stuff that we've got. Heading into this week, again, it's always going to be a toss-up between when the best teams play each other. We're heading into Europe for the first round, and it is Virtus Pro versus NIP. NIP, Ninjas in Pajamas, you're talking about Bird, and you're talking about Bonker, and you're talking about all of the kind of stabilized champions, the most veteran roster in all Paladins esports. And Virtus Pro with Elven Path, Cog, they showed up well. They beat Mousesports. It was a great set, but I'm going to have to give this one to NIP. This is a pretty no-brainer. I think Virtus Pro are up and coming. They're young. They're doing good things, but it's not going to be the end of the day. At the end of the day, they're not going to get the win versus NIP. I don't see this happening at all. Mousesports, same exact thing. Young, up and coming. Those two had a fantastic set last week, but against the top dogs here, there's not really a comparison at the moment, but this will be a great test. I want to see guys really show up and step up their game. Andrew Doodle was one of those who's 15 years old. We saw Isbitner show up as well. I was really proud of both of those guys and the way that they played. Young men just in general. So like opportunities for any young men across the league, North America or Europe, to play and show up is always exciting for me, whether I think their team's going to win or lose. You know what I mean? Moving on, Mousesports play Na Vi. This is going to be maybe a little closer, but NIP, Na Vi, Fnatic, any way you go, if they're not facing each other, you got to give them the advantage. They're that good. Na Vi going to win this one, in my opinion. Now, the Fnatic Na Vi game, this is the one that everyone is curious about. Cuss Cutie himself, who hasn't been perfect on his picks. I mean, he said that the Renegades weren't going to beat G2 at all. Looks like that actually ended up happening. But the key point is that he said the Fnatic is the team he thinks is going to be the best in the league eventually in Europe. I don't know if I agree with that, but I think that there's the possibility for that for sure. These three teams, obviously, NIP have gotten the better end of their games with the big boys. They beat Na Vi, they beat Fnatic, NIP in the driver's seat. This is a huge game because it determines, out of Fnatic and Na Vi, who's going to step up and have a run for second, or maybe if NIP slip up, have a run for first. Na Vi took the first game. I'm giving this one, honestly, at this point in the season, I'm giving this one to Na Vi. It's not because of anything about Fnatic. I just think that Na Vi have been firing on a little bit more of a complete cylinder here. They seem to be a little bit more movement, but guys, if you feel Fnatic, go Fnatic. I'm going Na Vi. I got burned. I picked Fnatic last time. Na Vi won. I'm going to go Na Vi this time. Fnatic probably will win. These are literally 50-50, so go ahead and choose whatever you feel comfortable with. Flip a coin. That's how that works. Moving on into North America, which is on Sunday, starting at 3. We're going to see Renegades versus SK. This is the hottest ticket. I mean, they're really hot tickets this weekend. Renegades versus SK, then SK versus G2. These games mean so much because these are the three teams rotating in the top right now. Renegades have beaten G2, but these two teams, SK and Renegades, I think both stepped it up a notch this last weekend. SK won their games and looked great. PrincedannyTV, which I'm sure if you're in the YouTube crowd know and love. Stolzey looked great. Bitey looked great. Everyone looked really good. I mean, Wi-Fi Vex was MVP. This SK team is firing on all cylinders, and I honestly think Renegades having beat G2 might have just been more they being in G2's heads and G2 maybe taking a slump. SK feels like they had their slump first week. Second week, they picked it up. If they pick it up this week again, I could see them coming over Renegades. However, I cannot give them my vote this week. Renegades have proven too dominant. They've been proven too young, too youthful, too surprising, too exciting to watch. I have to give it to Renegades this time around. But if you gave it to SK, I would not be mad at you. Now, here's the one that I think is important. G2 versus SK. G2 has always been in SK's head the way that Renegades are now in G2's head. I think that SK is going to go down here, and I think G2 needs to win this game. Because of the must-need situation of this, I think it's going to be G2 all the way, but I think that SK is going to give them a run for their money. This is not going to be an easy one, and if we see G2 lose again, This is shaking up North America. I don't know what to say at that point if we see G2 lose one more time, especially to SK. So they've got a doubleheader this weekend. It's going to be a big one. They've got to grab this if they want to hold on to first, especially after, hold on to a chance at first, especially after losing to Renegades. Moving on, we do see G2 Esports versus Team Envy, their doubleheader for the weekend. Team Envy is going to go down here. I don't see an opportunity. This is G2's, I don't know. This is their guaranteed victory, kind of in my opinion. Envy, great squad, but I think the way that G2 came off the big loss 2-1 to Renegades, the hurt to their kind of ego over the past couple of weeks. You usually see these guys very active on Twitter. There was kind of radio silence after they lost that game. They know that they said they were going to win. It was a fluke, and then they turned out they didn't win, and it wasn't a fluke. And now people are questioning what's going on. This is a game they've got to win. They've got to say that we are not even close to falling, guys. We're still the top tier. We've taken some slumps. Renegades is good, but we're not going to start losing to Envy and other teams that are less experienced and less what they would assume talented than they are. But if you're Envy, this has got to be the best week to play them. I mean, they've shown weakness. Go at them full strength. My best to Envy. I think G2 is going to clean it up. I think this is a must-win for them. This is almost like the win they've got to get. Splice versus Envy here. Splice had some great performances last weekend. I actually felt that Splice was starting to be much more of a comp to look at. And this is exciting for Rovenick and Elzulu. Rovenick has made himself kind of a fan of him because of the hard work that he's put into becoming more than just a one trick. And then Envy, despite having, lost a few games, have handled Splice in the past. I'm going to give this one to Envy, though I think Splice won't lose 2-0. I think this might be a 2-1. But I'm going to give this one to Envy. I think they're going to pick up one win this week. I think they're going to come off of a great competitive game against G2. I think Splice is going to feel a little bit slower than that because Splice is not at that level quite yet, though they're growing fast and they're improving fast. I think Envy are going to clean this one up. This is probably, looking at this entire week, probably the most unsure I've been all of these weeks. Partly because you see NIP, you see Fnatic playing Na Vi, which is just such a toss-up. You see Renegades playing SK and G2 playing SK. With the way these guys are playing, G2 going down, SK going up, Renegades going up, and then having these crazy relationships with each other. It's going to be fantastic and exciting esports. I'm going to be waiting with bated breath as to what happens on Saturday and Sunday, and hopefully you guys will as well. Of course, this is my second video of the day. If you haven't seen the first video that I put up, go ahead and check that out, and tomorrow, stay tuned. Of course, it is OB61 or something like that. We got a new patch coming out, patch preview, 1 p.m. Eastern time on Friday, so make sure you tune in. You see all the good stuff. I'll have a video for you all ready when that patch review is over as well, so make sure to come to me after that patch and check out that good stuff and everything that's dropped if you can't make the show, and subscribe if you want to stay tuned for more VIP picks, more content, and leave a like if you did enjoy this. Also, remember to comment. I don't know everything. These are my thoughts, but what do you guys feel? I want to know more about the Renegades SK, the G2 SK, and where you feel about Fnatic Na Vi. Those are the ones I want to know, guys. Let me know in the comment section below. That's going to do it for this one. My name has been Raynday. As always, remember to never give up, never stop gaming, and we'll see you all in the realm.